So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I want to dive into today includes the PlayStation 5 having the best ray tracing on consoles, Sony set to buy a big company to counter the Activision deal, and great PlayStation Plus news. First, did you get a physical or digital edition of Spider-Man 2? The game launches this Friday, with many of us being able to preload the game at this point if you have the digital edition of the game. So I'm curious to see the division here we have on the channel, so comment below, did you get the physical or digital edition of Spider-Man 2? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, great PlayStation Plus news. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, Sony Interactive Entertainment has confirmed that PlayStation 5 cloud gaming will support some PlayStation Plus essential monthly titles. PlayStation 5 streaming service has launched today in Japan and will be rolling out in Europe and North America on October 23rd and 30th respectively. Sony released a comprehensive PlayStation 5 streaming FAQ this morning, coinciding with its rollout in Japan, in which it was confirmed that PlayStation Plus monthly games will also be supported where possible. Monthly games will be treated differently than other catalog games in that players will be able to stream those games at any time they want, even after they leave the service, provided they are redeemed during the month they become available. This is the same policy Sony has for PlayStation Plus essential game downloads now, but it's nice to have a confirmation that it will also apply to streaming. So I just want to make one aspect clear here. You will need PlayStation Plus Premium to stream those PlayStation Plus essential games. So if you see a PlayStation Plus essential game that can be streamed, you add that to your library. It leaves the service, or if you leave the service and come back and get premium again, that game will still be in your library and streamable. That's the point being made here. This is basically saying if the game is streamable, you can stream it whether you got the game from PlayStation Plus Essential benefits or if you own the game yourself. It's a nice little confirmation as we approach the North American launch later this month, which I'm very excited for. Before we get to the next story, we're almost at 100k guys, so if you enjoyed the video so far and have been enjoying my videos, of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. We're almost there. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation 5 has the best ray tracing reflections in any open world game on console. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Insomniac Games' Marvel's Spider-Man 2 has been put under the microscope by the folks over at Digital Foundry, and the results are impressive to say the least. In fact, the tech wizards have declared that the PlayStation 5 superhero sequel boasts the finest ray tracing effects on a home console. A snippet of Digital Foundry's breakdown on Marvel's Spider-Man 2's visual effects on Twitter makes it clear that the game is flexing some mighty muscles in the ray tracing department. For my money, it's the best example of ray trace reflections in an open world console game as of 2023. Nothing else comes close. So this was said by Digital Foundry's John Linneman during his breakdown of Spider-Man 2. Nothing coming close is definitely a big statement from the people over at Digital Foundry. Not only that, but ray tracing is a feature present on all modes in Spider-Man 2, whether you're playing on 30 FPS, 40 FPS, which is the 120 Hz mode, or 60 FPS. Ray tracing is never turned off and is always on. Considering how impressed Digital Foundry was with the ray tracing implementation in Spider-Man 2, this is elevated even further since it's always on every mode. The people over at Insomniac Games are they're magicians, and they've clearly done their magic here once again with Spider-Man 2. I'm wondering how they'll level up when it comes to Wolverine, their next game, considering they said it would be a mature title and this game will have no basis on the PlayStation 4. It'll be a full PlayStation 5 title from the ground up like Ratchet and Clank. It has the potential to be a savage visual feast for the eyes. We're still a ways away from that, however. Spider-Man 2 is almost here, and it launches this Friday, so we can be excited about that. But you guys let me know if you're staying up to play Spider-Man 2 the moment it goes live this Friday or not. Let me know down in the comments below.
Torn apart. I don't know if I'm strong enough to save it.
And now diving into the final story of the video, Sony expected to make a major acquisition, and Take-Two and Rockstar have been brought into the conversation once again. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, Microsoft purchased the Call of Duty maker for $69 billion last week. Sony Interactive Entertainment could respond to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard with a major deal of its own. That's according to industry consultant Dr. Serkan Toto, who believes the PlayStation maker is under pressure to react to Xbox's mega deal. Sony surely is under pressure to react even after their Bungie acquisition, Toto told GamesIndustry.biz. I expect further investments and acquisitions for PlayStation, including a large one that would move the needle for them in a meaningful way. On the other hand, we have another analyst, Media's research senior games analyst Carol Severin, who thinks it is unlikely Sony would respond by buying a leading third-party publisher on the scale of Rockstar owner Take-Two, which has a market capitalization of around $24.6 billion. He said this: Sony has one of the most impressive content catalogs on earth, Severin said. Bringing it together in a subscription offering, for example, could pose a solid competitive answer to Xbox's cross-platform efforts. It will be increasingly difficult to compete with Microsoft on games only. The only response for Sony on the games only side would be buying something really big like Take-Two, but that is unlikely. So the second analyst here is pretty much saying that Sony should focus on their large catalog across movies, anime, and stuff like that, which they're already pretty much doing because PlayStation Plus Premium has access to Sony Pictures Core. Anime is going to come down the line, and I'm pretty sure they're going to bolster that catalog as time progresses. But focusing on the Take-Two side of things. So Take-Two and Rockstar keep coming into the mix when discussing Sony buyouts, and we've talked about this before. Sony is capable of buying Take-Two. I'm saying this again. Sony is capable of buying Take-Two. I don't know how many times it needs to be said. Buyouts do not need to be completely done by cash on hand. They can be done by cash on hand alongside loans, shares in the company, etc. I always go back to the Disney-Fox deal. Disney did not have $71 billion ready cash on hand to go and buy Fox. They took loans, gave shares alongside cash to get the deal rolling. Sony is very much capable of doing the same thing. Sony's cash on hand as of June 30th is $15 billion. Take-Two is about $24 billion. Bump that up to maybe $30 billion, for example. Sony could get a loan and mix that with shares to buy them out. Again, I'm not saying this is happening. I'm saying it's possible, like I've said in the past. When it comes to who I really think Sony is buying next, Square Enix always comes to mind. But of course, we'll have to wait and see how this actually goes. But you guys let me know if you think Sony should buy Take-Two or not. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. And subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Happy Spider-Man Week. Spider-Man launches this Friday, Spider-Man 2. I'm excited if you are as well. Destroy the comment section with Happy Spider-Man Week, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.